Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. So, got this in the mail, and I've been really excited about these kits, monthly subscription kits, but I've been really curious about them. So, please let me know who sent this, because I definitely didn't order it. Code didn't order it. And when I looked back at the list, the wish list, if you it wasn't on there, and then I looked up the listing itself, and it was MIA. They had other kits, but this one was MIA. And this is one of the post-fly kits. I'm sure everyone's been getting ads for post-fly. And it's one of their fly tying kits. And I've been really curious because they come with a finished fly and everything you need to tie said fly. Now this kit is the Heisenberg. And I'll tell you what, real stoked on this. Let me put some of this stuff up. Something in the eye. So, Heisenberg articulated streamer. We've been really wanting to go for something articulated because I've yet to venture in that territory yet. Each fly tying kit comes with a professional step-by-step video tutorial and can be found on our YouTube channel. Scan here. And just post fly box. Been really curious because that would be something nice as a beginner and something to look forward to monthly. Nice little setup. One more time. Finished fly looks gorgeous. So I'm guessing it's all, double stick, but I could put these in like other bags. And carefully pull out the little guy. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but figured open it and explore it. I'm gonna watch the video that goes with it for pretty neat. And I did see that some of the kits have different amounts, so different hook amounts, and kind of like, I think 4, 6, 8, that kind of thing. I'm just gonna separate it all real quick. Really excited to have some dumbbell eyes, wilds, legs, really nice chenille. Just that color is really something else. Stoked on that. And some mixed dubbing. Looks like the fibers are nice and long. I'm guessing that's what the head is essentially compromised. And got your marabou. Reminds me of Hello Fresh, but looks like it. Schlappen. Very cool. Some olive hackle. Schlappen. Pretty neat. And olive crystal flash. Really nice little hank of that. Well, a little pinch of it. And some plastic beads. I'm guessing this is what you're gonna want to use, the black fine line for the articulation. Interesting. It looks like a heavy duty braid, which is nice to see because I have a lot of this kind of stuff for beadwork. Heavy duty braided, some coated in plastic, some metal coated in plastic, some cord, metal, and then coated in plastic. Might be good for this kind of use. Very interesting. I want to feel it. Fine line. I'm not sure like the quality of what comes with it, but it all seems pretty dang luscious. If you don't mind me saying. And the fly itself, here she is. Post flies, Heisenberg. Oh. Wow. So where's the hook here? So it fishes hook up. Wow. Alright. I'm quite taken back. Nice size. Really nice little bait fish. Articulation happens on the beads? No way. That is nuts. So the articulated bit is like tied on to this hook and then holds the second hook, or holds this kind of or two beads and then onto that second hook. How does it have so much movement? It's quite tight how it's tied. Wow. So I'm very much a beginner, so I've just never really seen anything like it before in person. Quite taken back. I have no idea how exciting that is, finding a place that comes with a finished fly, especially while learning, because you can really poke around to that. And they're meant to be eaten by fish, so quite sturdy to poke around and tactile learning. Something else. Okay. Holy trucks. So I'm gonna try to get, I think, this stuff in other bags. I guess attach it places, but the double side tape I'm not too stoked on. It just kind of sticks together. But it's okay. I'm just taken back by this. This is incredible looking. And the eyes are just so nestled. It's just very satisfying. Just really happy to be here. What? It's quite nice. Little shaggy little guy. I've yet to tie anything like this, so the fact that there's a kit available, really affordable kit too, and especially one magically appearing, it's insane, because they're like 25 bucks on Amazon, and then I'm sure the subscription, I'm not sure, not too much, but they have loads and loads. I've really been wanting to accumulate some kits from Old Florida just to just to kind of save up materials, kind of like a strategic way to bulk up materials, because then each kit is kind of like a lesson. Interesting. Very thin. Interesting. Wow. quite stoked on this little kit. Especially being away from my desk, it's like, it's nice. Like getting a little jewelry making kit. Right. I don't do that all the time, but hey. So, wow. So I pulled up the video because, I'll tell you what, I don't know where to start with this. Never been so excited in my life. Probably should have watched the video first. Probably should have done that first. I'm, I guess a little unboxing, if you will. Gonna try to give a go at it, but a little, taken back, a little overwhelmed. There's the post-fly Heisenberg. Nice big ol' hook on the head, as well as the tail. So nice. I have yet to try tying anything articulated. So we got 2 hooks here. Ooh. So maybe I should watch the video first, because let's just see. The hooks. Okay, goody. So let's see. So excited. And this is one of the most delicious color combinations I've ever seen. I mean, pink and orange already like make a really juicy, like super hyper vibrant color. Quite taken. I believe you'll probably wrap the 2 feathers together. It's so lush and so soft and so thick. But see how this hackling, you see the 2 colors, white and olive? So beautiful. It really is spectacular. But alright, so I'm gonna collect myself real quick and give this a go. I really want to acquire pretty much every kit they have available, only because it makes, especially being away from my desk, and everything is for sure in here, and wide arrangement, wide range of flies. I see people do that, where they'll add the marabou, but instead of wrapping it up, they will wrap the hook back here and then put the marabou down. I should just point the camera here. Hope everyone's having a beautiful night. Got 2 strands of olive crystal flash. called it a pawn shop. This is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Some very, very nice pink, like Barbie beach house pink, if you will. Really nice. I made a roll of this. Be lining, I don't know what glasses? You'll be lining everything with it. Like seams. Like that. Stuff is impressive. Tesla technology of the Nikola variety. Really nice. Easy to look at. Oh, I missed all that. See, I could like mentally map out I feel like a decent bit, but as far as like tucking and like where to end this, like here to here, sometimes I can't make sense of the oh my god. It's just it. So it's wow. That was very nice. And just replaying the front the bit because I'm a little nervous. I think I might just mess around with my materials and then tomorrow tie this because it does come with finite materials, and I got a lot of stuff I could mess around with and kind of try this style but with materials I already have open. I don't know. I'm sorry, this is the colors, like the chenille I have came from one of my first kits, so very thin, very thin. Perfect for, I'm sure, so many uses, but what is the shadow here? Looks like a bruise. Never noticed a shadow. But it does feel like Christmas, like something, you know, have like art supplies in it, or jewelry supplies. Very easily sent over the moon, to be honest. But this I am just stoked for. And they ought to be pretty new. I'm not sure when they came about. However, within the last few months, started noticing them. And obviously getting like advertising. And the eyes are so nice. First dumbbell eyes I've ever had in my hands. I wish I knew what size. I'm sure somewhere I can find what size these are so I can know. I'm not at all sure yet. I was just gonna go with medium. Thought that would be pretty decent. I'm just over the moon. I'm sorry. I'm like rambling in too many directions, but it's still a whole new world. But it's so beautiful. I like see these like meaty heads and faces. That's what I've always like, not always, but like really can't stop looking at. And I've always been wanting to try those, but haven't. Like a lot of the heads on the flies that I have tied thus far, especially bait fish, are very needly. But I see around, besides like my attempts at the two flies, but I see around and just juicy. Like it's got nutrients. I was watching the Spirit Flies stream. I was making a big ol' pike fly, and he got done with the back half, and I thought that was it, but no, it was just the tail. But it was saying how on his it was like a perfect, because the hook was in the center, and I guess pike will strike when the fish is turning like that, hit it like that, and I never really thought about that, and it was wildly fascinating, just like one sentence, which is much like the video I watched not too long ago about how bass eat. I think the video is called something like "This Could Change Bass Fishing Forever." However, it did for me, because I like going to the lake. I don't have a lot of experience with it. However, thoroughly enjoyable. Hello, Justin, how you doing? And yeah, this is actually not, this came in the kit. So post flies, fly tying kits come with a pre-made kit fly, so you could like tactically learn. I'm like, of course they have the step-by-step videos on YouTube too, but real stoked on this. And they have tons of different patterns. And there's a few kits I've been really curious about and been trying to accumulate, but kind of blowing myself a little dry, but you know, recuperating, so we'll be ready soon for. But Tokens has some really nice kits, really affordable, and Old Florida has a few affordable, like I think like 36 to like about 60, like for their kits. A lot of them are sold out, but I think they're all backlisted. There's one, the Tarpon Bunny. I think that one's like 36. Really, really bright, vibrant, and that one usually sold out when I'm able to scoop it up, because I do want to start messing with rabbit strips. It's just wild, because like the deceivers, or like the ones with schlappen or hackle tails moving like this, and this like moving, you know, as it pleases, I suppose. And then the rabbit strips moving up and down, and like with those, you have like every joint possible. Yeti, I am, damn it, I wanted to come up with something clever, but nothing came up, I'm sorry. Everyone had like 5 years disappear from their life. I still can't get over how long I've been on this planet. Seems like just yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. I've been here for a minute. And it's just wild how time flies. And it's just going faster, and it really is. And it turns out the planet's wobbling. And that's what's like helping our weather. I mean, everything is so fragile. I've always been surprised more stuff like that doesn't happen like on a regular basis, because we do be floating in space, well, flying in space, which terrifying. I wish I could look up the stars and be like, wow, how beautiful, and not be like, ah, hold on to something. Twice in one day. Yeah, which I really want to break all these open. I'm ready for this, but I think I should watch the video so I don't go arse backwards. Now, it doesn't say on the package what it's designed to target. It looks much like a lot of the bait fish that I've been just saving in a bookmark or on a playlist. And okay, so I'm gonna go back. Heisenberg. Whoops, of course. Ay, but I should, hold on. Should be like here. Which, no complaints. Anything useful. I'm certainly glad to have it as opposed to not have something. But just, I'm not sure like what size this is or anything. But it's quite a difference. And I tell you what, I was big excited for this because it's so, you know, I spent a lot of time in the tackle shops growing up, but you have to realize it's like 90s South Florida saltwater tackle shops, bright, neon city. It was the most vibrant aisles, and a lot of it became inspiration for all kinds of things. When I was a kid, I was convinced I was going to be a fashion designing archaeologist. Nowadays, it doesn't seem too far-fetched, but my family didn't see the vision, but so instead I just went back to my desk and never left. I'm just tinkering now, or I'm just like fidgeting with the stuff on the desk now. I think I need to make a decision. Yeah, let me grab my little plastic thing so I can organize it. Human Sonra. It's fly tying, but got a kit from, not from Post Fly, maybe one day, but got a kit, so going to probably try to use some of my scrap materials to start getting a hang of the process. Never tied an articulated fly. I really do wish I had some of my jewelry supplies about now. Beading wire. It's it might be perfect for this. I have some really thick stuff. It just blows my mind. That is pretty dang nice. And see, this is what I was meaning, where it's like made up of ice dub. And I've been looking for larva lace or angel hair, that kind of thing. Not like those far, but you know, taking it slow. Be here for a while. Sorry to keep showing it. I'm just real stoked on this. Better show my dad real quick because he's awake. Okay. is this? How's the lampshade showing? So, alright, oh, I forgot the plastic thing. Going to make a redfish. So, I was all excited I was gonna try to go to the thrift store tomorrow to try to finally find some clothes. I've been looking on eBay and Amazon, just no luck. So do I have everything? So what my plan is now is I'm going to make a redfish because I've been needing to do that. Because my dad wants to go to the beach. And I'm gonna try to dust a lot of stuff so it doesn't get in his lungs. So he's gonna go to the ocean and bring a redfish or a redfish. So just gonna tie up a redfish. And then tonight I'm gonna watch the video over and over again because I just want to know the process and like tie it fluidly rather than how I usually do and learn as I go, which I planned on doing with that. However, I'm really excited to potentially be able to tie something as beautiful as that, and very much beginner, so a lot of this is new to me. Like somebody's most basic fly is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, you know, and then next week it's something else. Just gotta keep seeing stuff and learning about different directions. And in Florida there's ample fresh and salt, so why did I just use this? And then of course Florida is a decent I really appreciate that. I did not expect. I need to get better at that because it's just it's flustered, I suppose. I really appreciate that. And please never hesitate if when you're in town you want any flies, I got you. Cause yeah, you have no idea. Blow my mind a little bit. I really appreciate it. Yeah. In fear of sounding like a broken record, please never hesitate. And I do make jewelry too. Eventually I'll get my copper stuff so you'll be able to see. And you never know. It's like find a ton of shells and shark teeth and stuff. So I just put that stuff on chains. And the chain's made all with salvaged copper. And it gives me an excuse to watch TV because otherwise I don't watch too much TV because I don't like sitting in one place very long. But and you don't really have to think about making chains, so you can kind of get into, oh man. I really appreciate that. Incognito Nacho. Please never hesitate. I need to think of something to say because every time I'm just speechless when I look up and like, even like someone's there like, yeah, you could do this or that, or just information and presence. The whole thing is mind-blowing, but that is just I think there's about 90 hours left until there's ads, because there's already ads, but I guess I don't know, that's the next milestone. which the beginning I didn't really pay much mind to it because I really did think that it was kind of going to be for personal reasons, making a YouTube channel. I was really shy. I still am in person, which I'll get over that eventually. I tried to once by auditioning for a play. I didn't get the part, but got me on my shelf for a good like 24 hours. Because they're social beings and crafters, fly tires, any like jewelry repair spend a lot of time alone at their desk. And yeah, I really want to do like some local stuff because I know there has to be more fly tires or anybody who creates anything like for fishing, because that's food acquisition, which has become so important. And like it's wild. Like I remember once I pretty much had like packaged stuff for a week, like what I call like space food or food, like, you know what I mean, like atomic TV dinners. But it just blew me away. And then it like the realizations got worse from there. Yes, that 100%. It's gonna blow you away how much accessible water. Like, yeah, you have to find it, but by like in different types of water, and the there. I just read that one of my favorite condo buildings that I obviously was never gonna live in. It's called the Ambassador, old school one on the beach, and but gorgeous. And it was bought by someone, so I don't know if it's gonna be torn down or what. A lot of the condos are probably gonna go bye-bye because that's like the one historical building that they're like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen again. Which rest in paradise to those lost in the condo. You know, that is what my fears are made of. There's a condominium in Lantana, Lake Worth's sister city, and it is falling into the ocean every year. They have a big thing on the news saying it's going to be torn down, but it never does. But it would be nice to get saltwater fly, like even a little thing, getting saltwater flies back in the tackle shops, because I haven't seen a single thing. Plenty of teasing, and it would also be sick to make a teaser chandelier. I don't know what they're called, but they're like when you see people fishing for marlin, and they have those huge like chandeliers and kind of like a jellyfish of squid teasers. I never really thought about making those. Well, Sean, I really appreciate that. I find that I've been trying to like get it flat. You'll see my hands trying to get it like doing the clockwise or anti-clockwise, because that's, I think, one thing that bugs me a lot about them, or about the ones. Sometimes I get lucky and like the tide, if you will be really fluid, and but then sometimes I feel like when I'm really trying to avoid it, it gets so lumped up, and that's something I really. One thing is making sure it's flat, but some of them are wrapped. But long story short, I need to get, I think, more acquainted with the thread sizes and what hooks, because I know sometimes the threads I'm using might not make sense to experienced eyes, because that's why it'll be snapping every 2 seconds. And that's why I wouldn't ever, like, I don't know, I guess try to sell any of these because of the wonky understanding that's currently had. Like a giant saltwater fly, but the thread is like, I accidentally ordered black thread. I just didn't, the sizes, I thought I understood. I did not. It's like the diameter of my hair, but it's really strong for small flies. I can get nano sick. I can lift my entire face off the, wow. Alright, that's why I have a notebook. And this is what I mean, like, it is a little awkward and nerve-wracking trying to learn something live, like, and y'all are very real human beings, just like me. And, like, if you were here in real life, I'd probably have an actual heart attack. But all of that is greatly outweighed by the recommendations. Really appreciate it, because, I mean, there's decades worth of forums and books, of course. However, you can't really ask them questions like real time or like hand positions. There's been a lot of times where I was holding my hand totally wrong, wondering why something wasn't like being achieved, I suppose. And I look up and one of y'all are like, why the hell are you holding your hands like that? And I'm like, I knew I was doing something wrong. And that has made all of the learning process possible. And yeah, I do think it also might benefit people that want to tie flies, but also might deem it too complex for themselves for some reason, like I did. And you know, that's another thing, Sean. The fly tying community is one of the most like forthcoming with information and advice backed by experience and that I've ever experienced, because I've dabbled in just a bunch of things. Mako, wow. Offshore, very nice. The offshore fishing here is killer. Well, I mean, Texas is killer too. I hear, like, I've never been, but I was in a layover once. But yeah, I've been in dabbling with crafts for a really long time. But a lot of times, if you ask like someone, like, how did you do this? You'll get a bunch of people that aren't the like original poster being like, how dare you ask them? You're asking for their livelihood and like all that is like, or like, what kind of glue did you use? It's like, you just took their first month's rent. And I get it to an extent, but you know, there you see like weird like techniques deployed in everything, whether it be fly tying or crafts, but there's no community like the fly tying community. I can absolutely say that. And that's the fly tying streams. That's pretty much, I just have it on the computer for the most part, because like, not mine included, but you get to see every like bit in between, and it's so like every aspect of it is, gosh, half the time I'm just listening to them like it's a radio show, and you just hear like this hitting every now and then. But nano silk. And does that come in any specific sizes? The sizes and things take me the longest to get used to, because unless it's right in front of me, that's why I do want to go to a fly shop in person, because I can finally understand the sizes, and then I'll be able to go back to my materials that I've accumulated thus far and know vaguely what sizes things are, like everything, down to the Hackle feather. And so I don't have too much of a pan for this. I'm making a red bait fish. And I'm not sure, so I figured I'd get out whatever red I had and go from there. I like these ones that came in this craft pack on Amazon. It was like $3.99. It was $5.99, but it was on sale. And they all are pretty immaculate. But the reds like are black. Oh wow, that's just a nice one. Yeah. They're so random, but some of them have a nice dark pouch. Not all. Everyone's totally different. Craft supply colors. But let me get a few out. There's some thick ones, some thick ends, and then that orangey red on the outside. And not pink. Oh. Okay, question. How would I ask this? Because the deer strips, I couldn't really figure out, like, I think I saw it mentioned back a few times. I couldn't figure out where the strips were taken off the rabbit. I had no deer face or mask or hair here, hair, ear, hare's ear, Jesus, hare's ear, dubbing, and which can I tell that story real quick? Can you know, I've made jewelry my whole life. I like using feathers, fur, bones, all that kind of stuff, but I remember watching my first video on hare's ear, and because I was trying to figure out, I have a bunch of fur jackets, a bunch of them have a bunch of holes in them, so can use it for this, and looked up to see that, and he's like, well, the best fur from the rabbit is the hare's ear for dubbing. And he's like, but you could simply get that from a hair mask. And he just pulls out, and it's just the face of a rabbit. It's beautiful. It was beautiful. But in the market for a hair mask, but you can imagine my surprise as a beginner. You know, just entering. So, and from there I knew I was home. Still have to check out the gut piles now that I got the boots. Corbett is a huge stretch. It stretches like counties, I think. Whoa. So morphed into another person. I try not to look in the camera. I feel like that's for anybody who... Alright, so... Okay. So, my thought process for this is like essentially just like a deceiver, but I don't have any red buck tail, so it's either gonna try to make it like dark green going into red, or just fully red and just like call it like a red devil. It's for my dad, and his favorite color is red. So we got red tinsel, red crystal flash, and red flat flash shabu. So maybe a mixture of everything. Because this is for salt water, so you could like really have a disco. I read in a forum that no fish can deny a disco or something like that. And I tell you what, That is one of my favorite sentences I've read in my life. No fish can deny a disco. But really, really nice. Wow, I'm gonna have to make like a necklace or something. Because could do like hair tassels. I'm only permitting myself to use the scraps because this is very dangerous. You know, a lot of this stuff. It's definitely making me want to learn how to sew again. Because I have books, I'm not even exaggerating, of so many clothing designs and like cool stuff. And like a lot of it, like I see very similar stuff now. Like I made a bunch of summer tops once, and the straps were yarn, but like woven in cool ways. Well, like lemons, but they're like little plastic beads. And the straps, how they clipped on, were from clothespins. And Southeast Florida, so it's usually excruciatingly hot, so you could get away with wearing just about anything year-round. No one cares if it's floral, you know. So I'm gonna really try to load this tail up, but I think this time I'm gonna do it in sections and just kind of see what happens. I'm not completely working in the dark because I have been thinking about this for a while. My dad's been asking for a red one for a while. Like, not a while, but like, you know, a few days. See that dark? Doesn't, no, you can't. Well, it's got like a very dark spot, but I thought that would be cool. And like build the translucence out. So like these ones are almost see-through. And build it out. And just, lead. Might have been a little bit much of a reaction. But, I just realized I just can't think. I really can't think at all. Oh, Sean. Okay. Shiny side to shiny side. And you know, only about 4 months. Been decorating hooks for years, though. Rabbit strips come from the back of the rabbit. Okay, right on. Profile's more important. Yeah, I've been hearing that more and more. It's a bobbin, you'll need one. They have, oh, good. Okay. Alright, 6. Right on. Let me write that right now. Because, I just read that 6 was, no, well, y'all. That's why I need to write down where the information comes from, because, let me put 6 on. I think one of y'all said 6 was a good size to, because you could go big or small, but or it's just all around a good size, I suppose. I don't know. All I did was sear 6 into my mind, because I have gotten quite a few spools that I probably won't be using anytime soon, but it's alright. I really want anything I can get my hands on, because I have a craft room, and it's always been a goal to have tools and supplies for just about everything. Every medium. Like, I have a lot of my grandpa's darkroom equipment for developing film, so I really want to, you know, give that a go too. So ain't no thing with hoarding like materials. That's a pleasure. But yeah, I am. I just want it over a hair, but yeah. Yeah, my dad's in rough shape. So I think I never know where to, like, I can observe where other people put stuff all day, but until I know why they, like, put it somewhere, I don't know. So when I put lead, I usually get too scared to go over here, so I don't close that gap up at all. At least that's what in my mind when I am adding it. Fly fish food. I definitely will. That is a brilliant name. Oh no, Sean, you're good. These ones, I loathe these scissors, so they deserve every bit of it. I'll be back with my scissors soon enough. Until I'm stuck with these, but they're no good. But thankfully, I do have decent scissor etiquette, just not with these guys. These ones are unforgivable, but like I have yeah. Well, oh, I guess I can't see. I have, like, you know, fabric scissors. I lost my really sharp seamstress scissors, so if I had to cut like the thinnest fabric, it doesn't move. And then a fishing kit, I do like scissors. But a fishing kit came with these, and I never had serrated scissors. And it's like such a small serration. But I guess these are good for fishing line, so it doesn't, because you know when you're cut fishing line, it just like shoots out and you have to like hold it. So I really liked that. I couldn't believe that. So, on the topic of scissors, but Cascade kit came with knife, scissors, a bunch of stuff. I think it's like 25 bucks or something, but it went on sale for like 19. Adds more action that way. You want the natural curve. Okay, so I was trying to run through these so I didn't miss stuff. Natural curve. Oh. When I was watching the Spirit Fly stream of the pike fly, it was just fresh in my mind. I watch a lot of fly tying streams, but I was on the edge of my seat the whole time because I thought the tail was the fly and it was just the. And the rabbit strip, it was amazing when tied one, like the difference, and huge difference. Deer hair is something I'm looking for a lot. I found some on eBay. I'm not sure. Maybe I could send a link to the eBay listing to someone just so I know if it's the right deer hair. Please excuse my ignorance. It will be here for a while, but it's like 100 square inches. When I go on Amazon, unfortunately I've been using Amazon because of the shipping, and currently in my childhood home, like during my dad's treatment. So shipping it, I just don't know where I'll be, so try to get it as soon as possible. And it was the same out there, but I really only have seen little pieces essentially, which again, I get it when it comes to the natural stuff especially, but it looks like wizardry. The videos of people stacking the deer hair or spinning, if couldn't really tell which was the preferred saying, but they're really impressive. First thought was, holy trucks, that's awesome. Second thought was like, there's no way I can see that. But I cannot wait to try. Because when doing the deceivers, that's pretty much all I've used bucktail in thus far. When you pull it tight, it really does like poof out, reminiscent of making a pom-pom. Alright, so I'm not sure. I'm just wondering if I should add some tinsel inside and then these outside. I think so. It's just a little by little anyway. We'll try to mentally figure out, because kind of freestyling on this one, and fortunately that's backed by already pretty limited experience, but I just enjoy the heck out of it. There's no handcraft that I can think of that you can deploy immense strategy creating and then throw it in the water and catch a fish with it. I don't know many crafts like that. Like, because y'all have to remember, I am coming from the realm of crafting, if you will. And I keep it vague because I'm just dabbled with them all. They're quite fun. Like crochet you can use to make pretty dang instant nets, and with just a chain stitch. I'm trying to keep that hump, but I'm sliding pretty hardcore. So I've been, ooh, wow. Started like ice skated. But I kind of turned my hump into like, I don't know, like a vase shape. But try to get these tips on. I might want to, yeah. I might want to get the better feathers. Pink. Just, ooh. It's crazy. It's incredible how much they shove in this pack. So, let's wait to see. Pretty well there. Hope everyone's having a beautiful night. Didn't do much today. As far as like getting out there, but hopefully gonna be rounding down the days until stuff can happen, and then we could chill a little bit. I'm gonna let this go around do one at a time. Because you can do that. You don't have to rush it. Try to add them all at once, but my hands won't let me do that. Feathers are very slippery. And, you know, I might have to accept the fact that I am a little sleep deprived. So I'm gonna have to accept that eventually anyways. It's just... Hey. Time is like, always seems like it's, I'm just, they're slipping so hard, I'm just gonna cut. Time is slipping by, so it's like I'm afraid to sleep because every time I go to sleep, it's a different time when I wake up. Is that not terrifying? I've been in a Shaw day, like, last few days. Jam into Shaw day. Something's just not... I just looked down and there was like an identical feather. Which, yay. I keep meaning to look up YouTube music because I do have my computer with me. So I should be able to add some elevator music. I was trying to get a waterfall for... God, clear as day I felt like a cat, and then I realized there are no cats. But there's just nothing anyways. But I couldn't find a waterfall. Every review seemed to, you know, be the same. Like, you didn't hear the water at all, you just heard the motor. I hit that thread good. I hit that thread real good. Man, I just, too much red to see. Oh. just keeps pushing on that, and I'd rather get them on, I suppose, than put some glue. Oops. Don't set your prepared feather down amongst. There it is. Oh, I think my dad's eating from goody. Yeah, it's been definitely getting really intense. But just gotta do it until it's done. And could get back to preparing to get out there. You know, before all this, we were planning to get the boat back going. Got the batteries, got just about most of the stuff needed to get it back on the water. Gonna put more hackle feathers. You know what? I don't know why, but there's a little divot there, and since the next row is going right next to it, I just want to see what like adding random stuff randomly does sometimes. And you gotta seize the moment. And that looks pretty. Last set of the hackle feathers. I went to go watch the news, but the entire, it seems like it, like everywhere, it's like that Ryan Reynolds dude and the chick from Gossip Girl. But like it was like 10 years ago. Guess that was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but like, I mean, YouTube is like, why do I do this to myself? Did you see the laziness? I was like, maybe I could just get back there without having to sleep deprivation. But I think you could tell I'm not tired, and if I lay down, I would just stare at the ceiling. The haunting. I'm gonna put these larger. So, okay. Right, what's happening right now is just like experiment, like keeping my hands busy, because if I had to say, I'm definitely a hands-on learner, and some things I won't try unless I like do something like this where I try not to pay too much attention, but just keep hands moving. That's how I make jewelry anyway. And the cool thing is, can backtrack, remove, never do again. like that about it. It's ultimate freedom, but ultimate exploration too. Then on top of that is all the species you'll learn, all the I don't want to keep going on the same tangent. It's just really soul satisfying. Okay, so now for packing type, think poppers and stuff. Like body is good for muddlers and tail. It's good. So for muddlers are like the kind of deer stacked heads. Like I've been watching a lot on not a lot like on like the history of them, but just like a lot of patterns of muddlers and sculpin. That deer stacked, but perhaps and this is what drives me to madness too, is not knowing when to stop or how to better cover the lead. So I kind of put some penetrator and cocoon it, if you will. Whoops. Shoot. This should be like zoomed in anyway, but I guess it's just horsing around. I'm a little too nervous to zoom this one in. I was doing some doodling also, and when I have more like experience, at least how I learned, because I started making you know, crafty, like kind of very DIY jewelry. I mean, some of my first scrap or craft supplies were from my dad's work truck, like star washers or lock washers. Okay. So I want to know the feather is laying like that and that wasn't like a fluke. Because sometimes I'll think they're like laying, but it turns out one's like rib is on its side, and it's not until I move the hook or something that it becomes apparent enough to notice. Now here is where I think I'm going to like, I don't have deer hair to stack, but perhaps I could kind of mimic the bucktail, like conical head, like making it with bucktail. Now, in the bucktail there is, I do have some rabbit balls, I mean like rabbit fur balls from a scarf, but I'm not sure if the fibers are long enough for me to get off to get, like, so let's see. Another question would be marabou fluff. If I could add some marabou fluff to both sides here, And then this, perhaps a good deal of this in like a cone shape at the top, like that. So like some marabou to undulate, and this to like because you know this is a art project at this point. Just kidding, but and my dad's got a fly rod around here somewhere. I just gotta find it. I don't want too much. Yeah, see, that's the and I know it won't look like that wet. Okay, shoot. Here, let me add the tinsel. And this is hair tinsel. Really, really long strands of it. And the advertising or the listing says how you could swim in it, bathe in it, brush your hair with it. So it's really nice and sturdy. And it's a little bit more affordable to get really long strands of this than it is to get the 0.33mm tinsel. Can't really tell where they were winding up. Just want to get them even so I know. I think a gold one got trapped in there. Yeah, so Lake Library. That was Lake. Which I remember the show. I didn't get too into it. I like the clothes like this when I'm in high school. But now that I'm thinking about it, I am kind of curious who the character was supposed to be. You know, like the shows that like will be narrated by one of the characters, but ooh, which one is it? I wonder. I trim the stuff at the very end because sometimes I over trim it. Boy. Oh yeah, undulation. Undulating marabou. That's another little wrap. Guess that is a stylistic choice. Probably wrap them in about here, and then kind of ooh. Wondering if marabou, if I put it on the belly, if that would mess with the hookup, because it gets so kind of like pushed together a little bit. I mean, I'm not sure. I only was able to bring one of the shrimps out and swim with it to see kind of like how it moves. Let's match it, you know. So it's been stuck in my head. So I just kind of left a little bald spot. Hope everyone's hey, Quack Attack, how you doing? Pretty soon I do want to try 2 camera angles. Code, which is usually here, is building kind of like a streaming platform, and from that I'll be able to, because I have my old phone, I usually use it for reading comments, but I'll be able to what did I just say? Oh, add camera add camera angles. Apologies. I usually have it much more zoomed in, but since I really have no idea what I'm doing with this, figured might as well just hang out this go around. Which, didn't think I was gonna, it's just, I don't know. The sun hasn't come out fully yet. Been wanting to get some sun. Like fall asleep outside in it. Alright, so this has been very much a DIY project, this guy, but I wanted a red fish. And this was the first like thing that, yeah, because I don't have the most experience. Not yet, certainly. So I'm thinking it's just like have some red ice dub and then wrap the hackle and then push it back a little bit to kind of make a cone. Red or yellow will probably be the next bucktail color I'll go for. Or black. Probably black, because, like you said, profile being super important. Like, I was reading, like, even using during nighttime, use dark fish, because that's more realistic than a giant. Because they refract so much light, and if it's nighttime. And, like, fish, especially, like, if they come from the bottom, are seeing the profile. There's so many applications of strategy. It just, you know, I'll be real, I was getting quite depressed in life, and it just feels really good to know that I will not only never experience the sensation of boredom ever again, but I'll also be learning something pretty much every day of my life. Let's end up with this little beard. But definitely gonna sleep good tonight. Probably after this, I'm going to sit on the couch and fall asleep instantly. I'm gonna try to. Forgot wire. Shoot, I forgot wire. Dang. I knew I should have said it out loud too. That would have helped. But I really wanted to add copper wire. You know what? Forgot wire. I wanted to put copper. Not sure if I already said that out loud. I think also gonna finish eating. I made my favorite essentially instant meal last night. I used to volunteer for the church I live next door to. I would just unload a truck full of produce and not like in services or anything, which I did go to one. It's very intense. It was one of a really cool experience though. Keep meaning to go back to at least say hello. They're really cool. They called me Miss Jamie, so it was a neat experience. So I probably just get this snapped real quick. Oh, what's that? Sticking out. It's alright, but not as Oomphias. But you know what? That gives me other stuff to watch tonight. If anybody has any big, meaty, red fish patterns, I'm trying to make one for my dad and get him out there. Because I have a lot of dusting to do also, so gonna try to get 2 birds with this stone. My dad just like can't have his lungs inhaling dust. So, oops. That went all the way around. That jumps. And it's like, but I wanna. Can't stand those scissors. Whoa. That's intense. So, oh, see, I knew it. Oh, okay, no. I think next time I'm going to figure out a different way to lay the feathers, like specifically tips in laying feathers. But here's the first go at a red fish. That's not there, but and if I use these again, I should use 2. I'm guessing, because I just don't know what to use in place of bucktail to get a structured head like this. I suppose using something like tied and then tied back so it sticks up to kind of like those, I think, peanut butter fish. I forgot what they're called, but something like that. So anything to make structure, because I don't know, I like the red. And the other thing I gotta get a lot better with is adding the flash. I want to get to where it looks more organic and more like, you know, a little more natural and less tassely. But still, this is you know, a beginning, a start at hopefully getting my dad something he can use and mess around with. I just wanted a red fish. And maybe next time I will add something here. Add something like that. Which I do think I like the flies up fish upside down, if you will, or hook up. Because that's a little more weedless, right? I do, in the summer it's not a big deal because you could just swim for it if it's, you know, a special thing. Especially under blue heron, which is a great testing spot for anything. Like if you wanted to practice casts or just about anything. But that's one spot that I really like. So next time I'm still going to be adding the crystal flash in between the layers, especially if it's a solid color, because that just wouldn't have much going for it up there without that. But the ice dove, my bad. And I also forgot the gills, which would have been right here. Which, you know what? Oh, I'm not forgetting those. One of the Gosh, you have no idea how many. Oh, well, you probably do. How often do you think a feather is a bug? And how often does it get you? Because I jump 50 feet in the air at least once a day. It'll scoot across the floor perfectly. All right. Oops. Sorry, I'm not doing too good at reading the comments right now, but as soon as I add these gills, I'll put my hands up like it's Iron Chef. Okay, you know what? Ooh. I really want one of these vacuums. My mom was like, you don't believe the like crap they advertise on TV. Look at this. And she shows me the most perfect vacuum I've ever seen in my life. It was a duck. Like, it's a tiny little vacuum. And I could imagine for the realm of fly tying, it was perfect if it, you know, if it's decent. Like, if it doesn't work, what a shame, but it's a duck. The vacuum is a duck, and it like advertises like picking up beads and stuff like that. I don't know how people spin it. I tried a few times. Like, pay attention to where that line is, because it was like a 4. But just like, I can't do it. Do it like this. Oh my. I don't know why I do it like this, but I have trust issues with knots as coming from the realm of jewelry making. Like, the knots are either too loose or too weak and they slip, or knots like end up weakening the string, whatever string you're using, and then they break, which I feel like it's I got the gills on. Oh. Slow start. Ow. Yeah, I gotta remake this. But, see what he says, maybe we'll like, hey, can you make it, like, maybe with this or that? Because he's used the oars before, and that's all we're going for. Half hitch, 2 or 3, and that's it, huh? I know practice, or like repetition, I'll gain more like understanding of like how effective that is really, because the one you can use with the end of your bodkin, and then like, but before, like, if we take them out, I like put the head cement on it pretty hardcore. It's just so gunky, so if I like cement everything, even the ones that are just experiments or for learning, I'd run out of that instantly, I think, anyway. I'm not sure. This stuff though, I'm really into this stuff. Penetrator, really thin, so there's the red bait fish for now. Looks like a tarpon fly. Seducer or something. Which There's so many patterns and so many shapes that, gosh, could be like anything really. So let me hand this over and also grab a bottle of water because it's getting all steamy back here. I shall return. Oh, sorry about that. So, hey everyone, how you doing? Thinner cement, yes, seeps and binds the thread. The thin glue, definitely looking for more types of thin glue. The nail polish, probably not gonna use too much of. I know it's like, you know, tried and true. I just don't like the smell of it, and this smell goes away. Hold on! Excuse me, Jesus, one more. Alright, so gonna head out. Hey Steve, how are you doing tonight? Yeah, let me take a screenshot because this is a really good tip. Regular heads. Yeah, the nail polish. I will use nail polish like red, black, because I don't have many model paints, and I found this with some really nice pearl like flash in it, but really nice. But I coat that with resin or with head cement, and I don't know if like it traps I don't know, is that a good thing to do? I didn't even think about that. The fumes are like now trapped. I didn't think about that chemically. But for like paint, and let it dry completely and then put it. But I got the hardest nails. I just realized hardest nails, hardest hole. But found this stuff, and it's even thinner. I'm looking for more of that, and Zapagap, which I just have to get a bottle because that stuff looks like a pure joy. But my thoughts are a little scrambled. Gotta head out. My dad's up, so gotta try to get him to eat. Because right now, I'm trying to kill time until treatment starts, but this time it's supposed to be for gaining weight and strength. But the energy is just not there, so it's been brutal. But hope everyone has a beautiful night. Gonna heat up the dinner and then try to figure out what appointments are this week, because don't remember completely if there's one tomorrow, but I know there's one Wednesday, and it's about a month and a week in, I think, to really non-stop appointments and phone calls. And didn't hear from anybody today, so have to start calling tomorrow because have to get a port placed, lung biopsy, a swallowing test, and then chemo and radiation. And it's all happening at different places and in different cities in some cases. So it's brutal, but I thank y'all. I would have done and lost my mind by now, for sure. Probably would have produced some pretty dope art, like some like real dark stuff, but beyond that, probably, you know, would have done and lost my mind. So for that, infinite thank you. And for any bit of information y'all share, whether it be like songs, recipes for flies, food, doesn't matter. Much appreciated. There's so much on this planet that I physically can't see it all, and that's why like socializing is best, but not very easy from your desk. So thank God for streaming. And on that note, I really do mean that. And on that note, I hope everyone has a beautiful day. And if anyone wants to join a stream, please do never hesitate. It will be fun. And it could be anything. Literally anything. Landscaping, carpentry, sewing, scraping paint off of something. I don't know. We're all doing something sometimes. But oh, I almost forgot. My dad found this penny. And I found this, which is one of my trinkets as a kid. Cancer treatment, yeah. Oh, very cool. Ring the bell. I hope that's a good thing. I appreciate that incognito nacho. Ring the bell. I hope that's a good thing, cause my dad's is throat cancer, but they found a spot in his lung, but they're gonna worry about that later. And squamous cell carcinoma, and a few months ago it was just small, but now it's huge, like huge. And like it's all of his neck muscles are tense. It hurts to eat because it's pulling on all the nerves. Really bad. Like his voice sounds different already, and I know that's gonna happen a few times, but it's intense, brutal. Cause like, dude was a machine, but man, I'm sorry, Ron. Like, oh, I think my biggest fear is just like my dad not wanting to go through it and like deeming it not worth it. He's especially stubborn, but constant presence, at least to get him to the one place that, because time is the worst. Somebody said it could have been a pulled muscle, so let a lot of time go by before getting it checked out. And just did the shoot. Honorary from the treatment. Let me see. Honorary. Why don't I know what that means? Oh, I like that. I'm glad I looked that up. I'll add that to my vocabulary. But I think that's been the hardest part. But try to line everything up so even if the energy isn't there, like the appointments are still made. 6 weeks, 5 days a week of radiation, 1 day a week of chemo. And I could imagine, like, and it's so unavoidable. See, I have a really probably like downer view of it's like not if, it's when in a lot of cases, especially the food should have never been able to get to the point it is now in this country. And I know it's not confined to this country, obviously. I just have to donate my anger somewhere, right? But you know, like my grandpa died from pancreatic cancer, too young in my opinion, and they took Zantac every day, and now that's on the TV every 2 seconds for pancreatic cancer. I'm just kidding. I wish I could, or something. I don't know. It's like a tense time. So, but on that note, I'm gonna try to figure out a few things, and then probably try to finagle some interesting stuff on the TV. So good, Ron. Yeah, that's been a huge thing. Like, I mean, just looking up as much, it's instilling all kinds of new behaviors, or like new behavior seeds, if you will, that I feel like will affect the rest of my life, and of course theirs. But like, like the treatment's painless, but the all, you know, the effects mainly, it's gonna be a bitch. But I couldn't appreciate y'all more, and please never hesitate, cause I'm always around, and poking around on the internet. So Ron, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, what's the Discord? Told y'all I'm an old lady. I'm on the Discord. Oh, I hear my mom now. Oh, we're about to party. Yeah, my mom has diabetes. I don't know where I was going. Try to make a meal plan that's like suitable for everyone. I like making huge big vats of food and freezing parts of it, and because to me, at this point in my life, food is fuel. Unless we're all hanging out in the kitchen, you know, we're blasting music. I'm going in making some utilitarian ass shit. Okay, we're eating slop. Anywho, but oh, what do you mean by that? Very cool. Instagram's not such a bad place. Beautiful pictures and crazy. I mean, just about everyone has it. So I probably will keep all social media, even if it gets like, ooh, because the benefit always outweighs the, you know, I mean, stir very little shit online, like anyway, like on Facebook. Says it once. It says something about Yolanda Saldivar. I had it banned for 3 days. It was the first time and only time ever. I didn't even say anything bad, but I think they said she should. Anyway, the benefits out the way, because staying in contact with, like, you end up meeting so many people throughout your life, and it's really hard to stay in contact. So in theory, that like part is great, and you know, we're all being surveilled anyway, so I don't mind too much. I just, life is too short, I think, and you know, but on that note, because if I could, I would stay here forever, because this has become, it just, I don't know, I can't explain it, because, like, I think the reason why I know so much music is because I spent so much time at my desk listening to music, endless trains of it, and, you know, but anywho, on that note, I love y'all, have a beautiful evening, and thank y'all for everything, and please never hesitate if there's any patterns, anything that you would like to try to figure out how to make or tie, I am down. And or like copper stuff. There's a lot of stuff that could be cool. Like copper wire is pretty dang limitless, and you can solder with it. And I have yet to try to mix the two, but I have a few like ideas. Mixing solder with the hooks, because you can solder directly onto them. And got copper tape, copper, micro torch, soldering guns, and you know, you could solder them onto them with the copper tape. So you could put the copper tape down, build a bed of solder, if you will. I rarely have any idea what I'm doing, so that's what I would do. And then solder onto that, because it'll be a, yeah. So on that note, happy shows, love y'all.